Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Russian Tier 9 Tank Destroyer review, the SU-122-54. So, let's get into the armor. We have a long replay, so let's not waste time here. The name here lies, it's not the T-54. It has a 122mm gun, but it doesn't have the T-54 armor. Best armor you can expect to get here. Well, you can have some ricochet zones, but that's more or less because it's an auto bounce angle. You can't really expect more than 200 armor anywhere here, and mostly it's like 150, 120, something like that, so it's not very good at all. The red parts here is not very strong either. The only parts that really can bounce is this gun mantlet, obviously. And the gun mantlet is alright, there's quite a bit of stalling in there. There's some weak spots in the gun mantlet as well, so you can't really expect. And 212 for gun mantlet is not that much, as you can see. There's some zones, like for instance this build is going to get penetrated by a tier 10 gun, which is not very good, but still the gun mantlet is alright, can't really complain about that. Then you have an obvious giant weak spot, 120 armor, it's ginormous, so if you catch these things when there's a bridge between you and them, you can easily just go haul down and shoot him in this spot and he won't even be able to see you. And there's a tiny cupola on the other side as well. Side armor 80. Rear and back, nothing really to talk about here, so let's get into the replay. So here we go, playing on the Richshire. Tier 10 game all over the place. With the SU-122-54 you can't really push any of the flanks. The tank is still kind of works the way the toilets worked before. It's still a campy tank destroyer. You can't go head on with people. You can't be close range. You have to keep your tank medium range to medium to long range, and you have to try to snipe. The problem with the tank obviously is the lack of armor, and the DPM is not as high as you would think for a gun that only hits for 440 on a tier 9 tank destroyer. It's not horrible and it's not bad. This tank is by far the best tank in the line so far, but the thing is, it's still not very much fun to play because of the shortcomings of it. So first of all, the gun still aims for 3 light years. After you stop moving, your gun will re-aim for 5 fucking days. It's annoying as shit, especially when you try to play it aggressive, and that's why you can't really, because the aiming time is so freaking horrible that you will struggle to hit anything without aiming for 3 days. And when you aim for 3 days, they always shoot back, and that's kind of a problem where you don't have that much hit points. Not even talking about the lack of armor as well, which can be really fucking annoying. One thing this tank gets from the T-54 is the mobility though, so it has a potential to be a kind of a scout tank for your team, which is alright of a thing to do with this. Just play early aggression, camp bush unfair plane, nobody will know that you're there, but that will mean that you'll not do a lot of damage and you'll have to sit there for quite a while. And yeah, I didn't need that. 1000 hit points, didn't need that. Good shot by Yakpanzer, probably I wasn't even spotted, so good shot to him, but this makes my game even more boring from this point on because I don't have the hit points for the late cleanup. That what usually you save your hit points for is just the late cleanup. You wait till the game is developed in a way that you can run around and kill people with trading health, and then you do it, but I cannot anymore. Even though the increased hit points ups a lot, it gets almost 500 more hit points than the previous one, which is really nice. The tank obviously has good traverse of 40 and pretty good gun traverse as well of 26. The gun depression is still not there though, so that you can find that quite annoying as well. And it has ridiculously good camo values, so crew skill wise, you can go with camo. So 610's camo, repairs maybe after, snapshot, smooth ride, clutch braking, all the good stuff really. You kind of need both smooth ride and snapshot. Since you get a lot of hit points now, you can't really be like, oh well, if I get tracked twice I'm probably dead anyways, like you were in the tier 9, 8 and 9, 7. But still, repair skill is I think not that important as camo skill is. Equipment wise, you can put on rammer obviously, binos works pretty well, and the last one is up to you. It's either ventilation or gun leg drive. Depends on how you feel the gun and do you need it to aim faster or not. Talking about the gun, let's look at the stats. So 258 penetration, really high, really good penetration. Rate of fire, it's kind of a mixed. I have mixed feelings about that. It's 6 rounds per minute for 440 damage per minute. For 440 damage. It's not bad, but if you look at something like a Turtus that spits out 8.45 rounds per minute with an average damage of 400, this kind of lacks quite a bit, and they're both tier 9 TDs, and the Turtus have 500 more hit points. But then again, the Turtus is a completely different beast. It's slow and it's completely different. Accuracy, aiming time 2.5, accuracy 0.36. It's kind of a bag of mixed feelings. Once again, for Russian guns, it seems the bigger the number next to the accuracy, the better the accuracy. So this small number doesn't really work half of the time, but that's probably because of the aiming time. 2.5 seconds might not seem like much, but when your tank goes like 50, you can find yourself being stuck with like 5-second aiming time, which can really, really fucking suck. But other than that, the gun is alright. It's not the best one in the tier by far, but it's not. I don't even sure if I would prefer this over, for instance, a Foch 1.5 tier 9 Foch. I think a Foch can get away with playing aggressive just because of the frontal armor that this thing does not have. So the playstyle with this tank is obviously camp bush, unfair plane. You're gonna do reasonably well if you're camping in the spots where you can't see anybody, but what will make you a good player in this tank is if you're spotting and doing damage at the same time, but that's a pretty hard combination to pull off. It can work on some maps like Malinovka, can work on Lakeville and shit like that, where you can get some long range spotting and long range shots down. But yeah, other than that, it's gonna be tough to make this tank work. On some city maps like Himmelsdorf, it's not gonna be easy to do a whole lot with your life, and at tier 9 you'll not find many tanks that hit for less than 440. So you are going to struggle with trying to get decent trades. You reload much faster than any other thing that hits for 440, but not by enough to shoot him confidently twice and pull back. So far in this game I have donated 1000 health to the Yakpanzer, missed this shot, lost some more health, and this waffle that is camping base is killed the second guy that is going after me, and it's not going to be the last one, I can tell you that much. So, yeah, in this game so far I've been sniping, lost all my health to one Yakpanzer, and trying to get some revenge on him, but it takes a lot of time with this gun. And talking about the gun depression, even though better than on the toilets, is still only -4 degrees, so it's still pretty damn far from being okay. So that's something to note. The tank has horrible gun depression, plus the shit on the top of it, the cupola, or the rangefinder or whatever, will make this one of the worst haul down tanks in the game. Trying to find haul down positions, this is never going to work. It's exactly as bad as in the Foches. You can't go haul down because your weak spots are on the top, even though this entire tank is a weak spot, while the Foch has armor on the other spots on the tank. The stock gun on this will feel a bit underwhelming with the 320 average damage and the 220 penetration. It's not horrible, but it will feel pretty damn bad, and the grind will feel pretty damn long as well. The research order would be torsion bars, the top gun, then the engine, then the tracks, and then change the torsion bars to binos or gun length drive. It depends which equipment slot you want more, the bino one or the gun length drive, or ventilations, or even camo net if you want to. I mean, it depends on how you want to play it, really, but I would go for the gun length drive. So the playstyle with this tank can be rather boring at times. For instance, on this map I haven't left this square for now 8 minutes, well, not 8 minutes, I don't even know how much have passed. Yeah, it's around 8 minutes, so this playstyle can feel a bit boring, but if you don't play this tank like this, you'll fail horribly with the driving it, because it's really bad at anything but camping and shooting down range. If you get spotted, you get shot back. When you get shot back, you get penetrated. When you get penetrated, you lose a lot of health, and this tank doesn't have that much health to begin with, so it can't really afford to lose it. Trying to pen this I-7, I can't really tell is that his ass or his front or what the fuck am I shooting. But I'm not panning anymore, and there's an I-7 behind me as well, so I'm gonna put this shot on this one and then turn around to face the other one. As you see, this tank doesn't carry that much ammo, so don't take too much HE and gold, you'll need the AP. And trying to get the shots on the I-7, only track him. And he spots me, which is really bad for me. I have to throw down here so the 704 doesn't shoot me. And he I-7 fucks up my gun. It wasn't really lucky, he missed me by a mile. It was kinda unlucky that he hit my gun, but nothing I can do about it at all at the moment. So now when my gun is damaged, my Russian tank actually feels like Russian, and here comes a Batchet. He shoots my gun mantlet, I shoot him back, and the Waffle finishes him off. Really lucky there though. Batchet should not have shot my gun mantlet. He should never have stopped either. He should have went down and killed me, but he didn't play very well. So I'm still alive, and now waiting for the I-7 to pop up somewhere. And that's the third person the camping rifle kills that was coming after me. Or kinda coming after me. Coming my way, that is. So now trying to put double bush between myself and the I-7. My shot completely misses because the spotting expired. And I couldn't really aim for something I cannot see anymore. So in this game, as long as the Buffalo stays reasonably healthy, we have this game in the bag. Hit one with a damaged gun, and now the I-7 is a one shot for either one of us. And trying to get a second shot on him, I didn't actually realize that there was a rock in the way, but there was. But I couldn't see it, because I'm not using the zoom in mode that makes all the bushes transparent, because even Wargaming uses that. I probably shouldn't start to use it. And then I bounced with heat. Unlucky. Whatever. The Buffalo should be able to kill him, and he does, and he's still full health, so we should be able to win this game quite decisively now. I mean, I'm not really needed to win this game, but I'm just gonna stay alive to make sure that the Buffalo doesn't fuck up too much. Just gonna speed this shit up. Nothing happens in this game after this point. The Buffalo shoots on the move and misses 3 times. Then I'm just gonna play this game with the object where we both look at each other and don't do shit. And I just wait till my Buffalo comes here and kills him. Whatever. What you can take away from this game is that you usually don't work with your health. If I had my health now, I would have just killed this guy and take a shot in the face. I wouldn't care too much. But your health is a resource that you can use. If you get shot by Yakman's at the start that you cannot predict, it's kind of unlucky, but shit happens. You can't survive those hits now since you're tier 9. But yeah, basically the playstyle with this tank stays as it is here. You just snipe the entire game. So here are the templates. Ace Tanker. 996 experience, doubled, obvious, well, not double, what the fuck, that would be shit. High caliber, Confederate, 1556 assistance, 6721 damage done, quite a bit of spotting, so not that much experience, but reasonably well, good game for me. I mean, I managed to abuse my team to the fullest. I was sniping from one spot of the map for the entire game, so I can't really say that I played like super good, but I just used my opportunities and I basically capitalized on my team being my meat shields. Like, an E3 does 3000 damage, he gets 1000 experience, I do 6.7 in the tier 9 and I only get 1300. That's because I was sniping, wasn't spotting for myself, even though I got some spotting damage, it's most likely was some tracking or some shit or like that. Maybe some spotting on the Centurion or whatever. But yeah, reasonably decent game for me, can't complain too much. As you can see, 29 fire, shots fired, 21 hits, not a very good accuracy, but with this gun you find that quite a lot, where you just don't aim your shots enough, or you just get unlucky. Damage block by armor, 390, yeah! Such armor, that was the one black chat shell, the gun mantlet blocked, I guess, and yeah. Not much else to talk here. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.